going on? What's going on, YouTube? It is Somber del Piso back once again with another video. Let's get right back into it. Actually, we're just talking about semen retention. So like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. And let's move forward. Today, I want to talk about something interesting. I'm in Rockaway Beach. This is like one of 3 beaches here in New York. And I wanted to talk about something I've been noticing with a lot of, just in general, just in various industries, all around the world, and just with various people in general. You can just tell by their mannerisms in speech, lack of emotion, just the way we have to sort of act like very, very stark and aloof and nonplussed by a lot of the very, very exciting ideas that people might bring up, because that's just what's acceptable right now. So is that because of some people are just choosing to do this, or maybe that it's just acceptable now because there's a lack of energy and that's just the standard? Or maybe it's a combination of the two. So let's get right into it. So art, I'm putting ketchup on the side right here. Just so I could have something to dip my fries in. We're no strangers, you know, being on the practice of semen retention, looking at the individuals around us, and sort of intuitively understanding who has energy, who doesn't, by their mannerisms, because they have no energy, and then they sort of are intimidated by people with a lot of energy that's refined due to the practice of semen retention. You're sort of good at deciding who those people are, spotting them, and of course the people with energy are always way less than the people that don't have any energy. That explains a lot about this world. I'm saying this, my question that I'm posing is, why is there this scarcity of energy? Why is there this lack of creative energy in individuals? Why is there this lack of energy in general? Of course, we know the average person ain't practicing semen retention. The average person is not thinking about energy as some sort of corporeal force that one could tap into while doing their daily duties, their daily responsibilities. We know individuals that voluntarily taking on a whole bunch of responsibilities, whether it be having a girlfriend, taking care of that girlfriend, taking care of the household, based on the personal life that they accumulated, based on what they've experienced in life. They feel like they have a lack of a lot of things, so they decide now that they're older now, and they can afford those things, they should afford, you know, get those things. My thing is this: when you're on that practice of semen retention, when you're really retaining your energy, right, and you're really like saving your force, you realize that a lot of the things you think you want, or a lot of the things you think you like, are just simply that, just wants, or just fantasy, just things you like. You know, they're not necessarily good for you. You know, aren't necessarily good for having like a very good and, let me see, like a cultivated future. For long-term goals, it's definitely a useless item or habit that you guys are thinking about picking up. And I say, listen, you're on semen retention. You understand what's really necessary to you and what's really not necessary to you. Intuitively. You have to be on the practice, like I said, 2 months at least. You stay on this practice, and you're just going to figure it out. Naturally, there'll be individuals that are going to try to question these things, right? Question your motives. Right? Why is it that you don't want this, or why don't you do this? I don't know how you can operate doing 12-hour days with no coffee. And it's only because they don't know of an alternative. They don't know of the better way, the way, the objectively good way. Because of that, you're just going to consistently get into trouble, right? You're just going to consistently find problems and go to find foreign solutions. In this life, too, you have to say this, that there's individuals that understand what the practice of semen retention really does. These guys are in high positions of power, and they do well of concealing that information to the public. Amongst individuals in friend groups, right, social groups, they've heard of these things, but out of fear of being outcasted from their friend groups, out of fear of being outcasted from their social groups, they continue to do what they do. They relapse, they have sex, they release, they drink alcohol, they drink coffee, take medication, all that silly stuff that destroys the body and destroys the mind way before the natural allotted time that fate or the creator, the almighty, the Mammon has given to you. Because of this prevalence of this type of behavior and these type of habits, right? This leads to a natural reduction of the energy that people could use in their bodies. This leads to a natural aversion to semen retention and celibacy. The idea is this, the long, the tall, the short is this. I know I sort of speak around you guys about the topic. I know a lot of you guys understand it anyway, but I'm going to spell it out very, very simple. The individuals of this world ultimately want to be accepted. They want to be accepted by their peers. They want to be cool. They want to know that they can be counted on. They want to know that people are thinking about them, right? With that subconscious idea, right? How about conscious? They run the risk of subjecting their bodies and their souls and their minds to all kinds of horrible habits. For the individuals of this world do not know what is proper. They do not know what is good. That's just it. It's really that simple. And by sacrificing what is objectively good in order to appease individuals that cannot be appeased, King Solomon said it, right? Their ways are movable. Thou canst not know them. There's no way. One day it's one thing, another day it's another thing. I'm constantly playing with this metaphorical, keeping up with the Joneses. You are just going to be just like them, lacking in energy, lacking in an understanding of the power of the semen retention practice, and just having a existential crisis. When you're in your 30s, what is the cure-all? Is there a panacea? Is there some sort of elixir that one can take? Or a solution? Elixir is like something physical. Men, they don't semen retention. And we know that it's going to be very, very hard for you to resist the pull of joining society, to follow their ways, right? To not follow their ways. Understand that truly their ways are completely confusion. Like, they don't know themselves what they do. They do things solely to be accepted. They don't do the best things for themselves. In this world, it's kind of silly to get married, right? Or have a girlfriend or a relationship of any sort when you're on semen retention. Because you are putting your energy to do all things, to summon the creativity from the higher realms, to have enough vital energy and physical energy to complete the day-to-day, right? And to completely have a feeling of wellness, right, and well-being. We know that all of those things are at risk, right? Yet, to be accepted, we do these things, right? We drink alcohol and then get into relationships, even thinking about marrying these women that can never understand what we go through metaphysically. Men on semen retention. Closing statement. You guys understand exactly what needs to be done. Semen retention is you either do the practice completely, right? You don't have any girlfriends, you're not having any relationships, you're not edging, you're not releasing whatsoever, you're not looking at pictures that's of adult film content or the adult industry. You're not doing any of that, right? You either do that if you're on semen retention or you do not. There is no middle path, there is no fine line. I'm telling you, it is only a narrow, a narrow path, and very few seldom walk that path. No if, or maybe, or therefore, no. You're either on semen retention or you're not. If you're on it, do the aforementioned things that I just described. No edging, no peeking, no girlfriends, no indulgence whatsoever. And then let your creative energy flow, and then bring something new to this godforsaken, fallen world. It's your choice. That being said, Semen Piso gone. Like, comment, subscribe if you like that content. We're gonna keep going. Don't let this world get you down. Stay above it. This world is very, very good at being completely multi-angular, at attacking your soul and your mind, your intellect. Because this world, remember, is the machinations thereof pretty good, the seasoning. The machinations thereof is facilitated by a very, very angry, malevolent, dark force, right? And they're incredibly wise. They're much wiser than you, trust me. The only way is to do or to do not. If you want to do it, you go all in. If you don't, then to come to the world, go drink alcohol, go have sex, and destroy your life. And just try to find meaning in some things that inherently have no meaning. Or come with us, join the Semen retention journey. Be creative. Find out what your life is really about, what it really means, truly. Like this wasn't even written, right? For me, at least. Like this plan coming here, this is like an hour away from the house. I just decided to come here on the day of, because it's just semen retention just does that to you. It's the creative energy speaking through you from a higher realm to create. Don't take that voice for granted. And stay radiant. I shall see you guys in the next video.